If you are auditioning in a pageant, this video is going to be your lifesaver. Hi everybody, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you can see from the title of this video, we are going to be discussing all the things that you should keep in mind before you get ready for that audition. As usual, here are the chapters. The reason I give you these chapters is so that you can switch to the point where you want to learn something from, but I do recommend you stay throughout the video so that you don't miss out on any tips that I give. Before I go ahead, I'm going to fill this screen with all the girls who have made it to the top of the Miss Universe pageant that currently has been following a state format and has been having their top 5, top 7, top 3 and the winners, and I have trained a lot of them, and it makes me so happy when you all tag me and mention me and remember me. I am currently taking one-on-one sessions only. So if that is something that you're interested in so that you can also come to the top of these pageants, then you should send in a mail. My email ID is linked in the description. For the first chapter, I would like to tell you to number one, research the pageant. It is so important. There is one thing that you like the spotlight. It's a whole other thing when you really go to the crux of each pageant, understand about their founders, understand why they hold the pageant, what their history is, what their mission is, what their values are, what are the previous winners, what are the values and the traits that they withhold, so that it'll help you understand better whether this pageant is meant for you or not. The second thing would be your eligibility documents. That mostly includes your attested height certificate. Go to any doctor nearby, get a height certificate check done. Your police verification certificate, go to a police station nearby, apply. Just Google how to apply for a police verification. It just makes sure that you have a clear chit that you have not been on the other side of the law. It just clears that out. Some pageants expect a non-marriage certificate. Although, like Miss Universe, I am expecting a lot of the pageants to remove that criteria, because beauty shouldn't just be limited to you being 25 years of age. But we have to wait for the international pageants to make that call, and only then the national pageants will follow. Sometimes a double vaccination certificate, and in general all your other eligibility certificates, right? Like your passport or your birth certificate, anything that proves where you were born, your address proof to show where you're living, whether it could be your rental agreement, whether it could be your gas bill, your Aadhaar card, your PAN card. Just make sure you carry originals of these as well as a copy. In case they ask you to give something, you'll obviously be giving a copy and not your originals. So scan and keep 2-3 copies of each of these ready. The next would be your application process. Keep all of these handy. Make sure you use Adobe Scan or any sort of an inbuilt scanner in your phone, and make sure you scan these documents, label them properly, and keep them in a folder. In your application process, every pageant follows a different sort of an application process. Read it thoroughly. There are instructions given that are clear enough, because they test proof it before they actually put it up for contestants. The application process will probably also ask you to put in your pictures, right? Make sure you have nice pictures that are clicked. Don't go through the gallery and think, what might my mid and close up be? Should I crop and edit? Try to get a shoot done, or at least a shoot even in your house through your iPhone. Ask a friend to click, put on some timer, but make sure they are good pictures that you're putting across, because that's the first impression you're making, right? Along with that, attest all of the documents that they ask for and submit. In this chapter, we're going to be talking about physical appearance and grooming. Number one would be your wardrobe. Make sure when you wear that little black dress, which most auditions ask for, they should be bodycon and it should be mid-thigh. Do not wear clothes that are really short and dried up when you're walking, or an outfit that you cannot sit in. Do not wear anything longer than your knee for sure, because they're trying to maintain a sense of uniform, and you need to get comfortable wearing the clothes that they ask for, rather than trying to find ways where you think you're comfortable but that does not align with what they've asked for. Make sure your neck is not extremely deep or plunging. Keep it classy and chic. Make sure it is not frilly, it does not have lace on it, does not have patterns on it, it is not velvet. Keep these things away. If you have a black dress and you think, I really like it so I'm going to wear it, but it does not fit any of the things that I just said, please toss it away and buy a new one. Most importantly, make sure that the black dress is not see-through. stand in front of light, like a light source, and see if your inner garments are visible. Do not wear outfits that are extremely thin in material, because you might not be able to see it in broad daylight, but there are lights that are blaring through your dresses, and sometimes it can be see through, and that's not the most comfortable position to be in. Wear appropriate innerwear. Make sure that your outfit, your inner bralette is padded. Make sure that it is strapless and you do not have random crisscrosses coming through your dresses. Make sure you're wearing boy shorts beneath. Please make sure you're wearing seamless so that there is no see-through of your undergarments. Be very sharp. If you're wearing black inside, try to wear black as an innerwear as well. Don't wear those light nude colors which actually you are seen through the black. The next would be your hair and makeup. Let's go top to bottom. When it comes to eyes, please make sure you do not put any dark colors, no browns and no pinks and no glitter for sure. I have made a makeup tutorial. I will link it over here. Please go watch that makeup tutorial and see how it looks towards the end. Do not try to play with colors and patterns and liners thinking that you look different, because it just does not sit right, because you're supposed to make sure that your natural beauty is shown through. You cannot be putting too much makeup on, but you cannot not be putting makeup either. The second would be your hair. Make sure you either do loose curls or get your hair blow dried in the morning. I would suggest loose curls kind of sit longer rather than blow dried hair. If you blow dry your hair the night before, it will open up by the next morning. So I think loose curls would be the way to go. Learn to do them yourselves, buy your own tong and practice, because very often than not we rely on salons, but when we go to another state to audition, maybe there are no salons nearby, maybe you don't find the time, maybe the weather is not the right way, and then you just end up having frizzy hair. Don't rely on the sponsors to do the makeup for you, because there is a possibility that it could backfire and you might not get the attention or the right hairstyle and makeup that you deserve. So please learn to do it yourself. Next would be accessories. Do not wear any chunky accessories. Even the amount of oh, I have blush on my hand. Damn. Even the rings that I'm wearing right now would be too much. Avoid rings, avoid chunky earrings, keep them very dainty, keep them minimal. When it comes to heels, I've made a whole dedicated video on that as well. I'm gonna link it here. Go watch that heels video before you buy one, and make sure that you get it in the color of black as well as nude. For a black dress, people prefer nude because it just doesn't cut your posture or cut your leg in half. You know, it makes you look even taller, and nude makes it look like you have an extended long leg. So that's why we prefer nude, but black is also equally acceptable. Here's a mini challenge I want you to do, and this is going to be very helpful. Okay, hold yourself accountable. I'm going to hold you accountable. Make sure you find time over this week to do a nice pageant makeup. Get ready with your hair and your makeup, and click a picture and send it to me on my Instagram. I'm going to mention it somewhere here. Or even better, tag me saying that you got ready or you're practicing for your pageant. I would love to repost those videos. Third chapter is skills and preparation. This would involve, number one, your personal introduction. Make sure you have it handy on your phone, on your notes, on a book, and you have different variations of it, and just run through it before the pageant. If you want help with your personal introduction, I do take personal introduction sessions. Again, send in an email with the subject that you want that specific session, and I will book a session with you. The second would be your ramp walk. Make sure you practice your ramp walk well beforehand. If you're finding any space during your audition time, because there is a ton of waiting where you think you can walk a little and do a little bit of turns, practice that. Again, if you need help with getting the audition ready walk, I do take sessions. You can again book that with me by sending in an email. And your question and answers, that is something you should just have as a PDF. I do share a booklet with the girls who take a mock interview with me, which doesn't just brush up your skills, but it also helps you have a booklet that you can read and kind of memorize the kind of answers you want to say, so that you're not caught off guard when a judge asks something. If you've been watching so far, comment Queen in the Making. I want to see that you are following me through, and at the same time also want to see if you're getting ready for the pageant. Queen in the Making down in the comments right now. The next chapter will be mental and emotional readiness. Number one, try to list down a few affirmations that work well for you. You know, affirmations are basically sentences that you say to yourself that make you remember who you really are. Words like, I am resilient and capable of overcoming any challenge, or I am unique and my uniqueness is my strength. I honor my values and I stay true to my authentic self. These are affirmations that I also give girls when I coach them. But make sure that you find affirmations of your own, a good five, six of them, and you tell them to yourself enough so that you start believing in them. Affirmations are very powerful and a very easy guide to manifestation. The second would be having a very strong mental attitude. Don't go with the intention that this audition is going to be my entire life. Anything that happens decides my future. And if I fail in this, I'm a failure in life. It never works like that. Go with the intention that you're going to have an experience, that you're going to have fun, and that you've given your 100%, and that's the best that anyone can do. The next chapter is your D-Day essentials, packing your bag, right? Try to do a head to toe sort of a methodology, which my mom has taught me, where you basically think from your head, okay, do I have things for my hair? Do I need maybe a curler that I want to keep in my bag? Maybe a hairspray, where I want to keep things in place. Maybe a hair wax in case I have any frizz. Go down to your face, think of any makeup touch up that you need, put that in your bag. Go down to your body, you're like, okay, maybe I need to carry a moisturizer just in case my body gets dry. Carry that with you. Carry a deodorant with you. Carry an extra pair of heels just in case the heels you have breaks. Carry an extra pair of black dress just in case it rips, tears, something falls on it. You never know. Also, make sure you carry food, not something that has like rice and egg and chicken sort of a thing, but finger food, chips. Carry an electoral because you need electrolytes in your body. Carry some dry fruits to give you energy throughout the day because mostly audition days are really long. All the documents that I had mentioned in the beginning of this video, make sure you keep them with you. In terms of time management, make sure you are there early. Do not be late, girls. It will really mess up your anxiety, and we do not want that happening on the most important day. They are noting how you behave with others. So make sure you are happy, joyful. Don't sit in a corner with music in your ears. This is a place where you can interact, you can talk, you can help. Show that. The next chapter are tips. These are things that I have personally experienced and something I don't want you to do mistakes of. One would be carry an aesthetic file. I saw that a lot of people had really nice colors of files that they were carrying with dividers, whereas I was carrying a very corporate brown snakeskin file. So because mostly you'll be keeping your bag away and you'll be carrying your file along. So try to see that it is pretty. Make sure it has dividers so all of your documents do not just come in together, and when they ask you, give me your birth certificate, you shouldn't be like scrolling through and being like, oh, where is it? If you want to add page markers to that so that you remember exactly where it is, that's also a very smart thing to do. You might be going to a new city. Make sure you keep your keys. If you are in a hotel, of course, give the key to the hotel keeper or make sure you know where they are. If you're staying with a relative, ask them for a duplicate key because you might have to go back in case you've forgotten something important. Be aware of the delivery apps in that place, right? Anything that is a courier service like a Dunzo, like an Uber or anything specific to that state, ask beforehand and download that app, put in your number and keep it ready. Know the address where you're staying because last minute things can happen and you shouldn't be left rattled. Your mail ID is going to be important because that is where all the important communication is going to be done. So make sure you don't give a funny email ID which has like numbers in it and a funny alien X sort of a name in it. Create a new email ID specifically for the purpose of pageants so that you do not have any mails that go into the spam accidentally, or because you have so many spam messages that keep coming in an email ID which you have given, you might miss out on the pageant information. So make sure you give a neat and an acceptable email ID. The next would be grooming. Make sure you follow basic hygiene, right? Make sure you are clean, you are waxed, your nails are done, do your mani-pedi, make sure that you smell good. Neatness will be observed. So in that sense, make sure your basic hygiene is in check. If you want to know what happens in an audition, there is a video that I have made that says what happens in Femina Miss India audition. Most auditions follow the same format. Some of them are not as organized, but that's basically what it is. I'll link it somewhere here. You can go watch it. And that is it for this video. If there are any other tips that you possibly have noticed or something you want to give, please put them in the comments because it will just help everybody in the community also learn. I will pin a few of them. If you have any other questions, please first do your research yourself on the pageant that you're going into. Check their registration forms, etc. Check their page. And if you really think there is something that is customized to you, you can obviously leave a comment and I will respond to it as I do for a lot of comments. Please like this video, subscribe to this video, and share it with all your pageant friends. I will see you next time. Bye bye.